For the love of God, will someone please pull a sword out and start attacking someone? Has Bleach been on slow-mo over the course of the last couple months? It seems like after the battle between the Quincy leader and Ichibei Hyusabe that nothing has happened. Nothing. It just seems like all of our characters have just been constantly running around in circles and waiting for the final battle to begin, and it looks like we're finally going to get there in this week's chapter of Bleach, where basically all of the Soul King's palace has been completely replaced, including Soul Society as well, by the giant mega fortress of the Quincy leader, this gigantic icy-looking tower, which kind of looks like the summer home of Ganondorf. And it looks like all of the different factions of Soul Society, the Arrancar, Ichigo and his group, Yoruichi, they're all gonna bust in and start kicking some Quincy ass and predictably making their way to the top of the tower where they will meet the Quincy leader himself. Although we all know that's going to be Ichigo versus the Quincy leader. But we're going to have to wait to see how they're going to get there. Otherwise, this week's chapter was just okay. Basically just a lot of characters standing around talking about all the crazy shit that's going on. Basically just saying all the things that the readers are thinking. There was one scene that I really liked, which involved the character of Yoruichi. One, she's just an awesome character. She's always really funny. She can be really hilarious and badass all at the same time. And we got a little bit more into her family this week, which is something she never brings up. And we've already seen her very effeminate brother, but apparently her older brother, who apparently disowned her, is completely different. He's this gigantic, jacked dude. And the minute I saw him, like, in silhouette, my first thought is, where's this guy? Why isn't he helping out during the Quincy invasion? Why isn't he getting up in here and putting that fist up the Quincy ass? Maybe he'll pop up, maybe it'll be a great surprise later on. I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with that. Otherwise, this chapter was all about the big introduction of the Quincy leader's giant fortress, which is known, and I'm probably going to mispronounce this, as the Wahrwelt, or the Wahrwelt. I don't really know how they pronounce it. All I know is it sounds awesome, it looks cool, but we need some more action. No more exposition! Give us some action! So what's the rundown on this week's chapter of Bleach? I pretty much said it right there. I'm tired of exposition, I'm tired of talking, I'm ready for some action. This is the final arc of the series, and there's no point in wasting any more time. We need to get right to it. We need to get right to the battling, and we need to see some more crazy fights from all of the side characters of Bleach, all leading up to the battle between Ichigo and the Quincy leader, and then we're gonna need some freaking Quincy leader backstory. That is going to make me care about this villain all the bit more, because as it stands, to me, he's just a really powerful Quincy dude who has aspirations of taking over the universe! Basically, he has Saturday morning cartoon villain plans. There's a lot of predictability coming up in the final arc of the series, but this is the author's opportunity to surprise us with some really exciting and inventive battles, which is something that has been missing from the series for a couple of months now, and I really hope it just kicks off with a bang, because there's just so many awesome characters they can use, and this week's chapter showed all of them. I mean, a lot of the core cast showed up this week. Just seeing Byakuya and just hearing him talk is awesome, but I want to see him use his Senbon Zakura, and maybe even some new techniques, and maybe even some of the new stuff that he learned from Zero Division. Like, there's just so much they could do and they're not doing it. So instead of just beating a horse to death, I'm just going to say it right now, this was an okay setup chapter, which had some pretty good artwork and some scenes, and it was nice to see the return of Yoruichi talking about her family, but otherwise, this was just a setup to going into the giant tower, fighting the dragon, and saving the princess. That's all that happened this week. So I'm going to give this week's chapter a 3 out of 5. It was just an okay average chapter, but personally, I want some action. I want it to happen soon, and, you know, I'm not saying that I don't like story. It's just, we've had a lot of it up to this point. I really think that we need a little more action, and, you know, that's really all I have to say about this chapter. More action, please. So, 3 out of 5 from me. Check it out, Bleach fans. You'll probably see something you like. The humor was pretty good, a lot of returning characters, and it'll get you pumped up for the next chapter. So I thought this was a pretty average chapter of Bleach, but what about you guys? Did you like this one? Did you have a favorite character who showed up? A favorite funny scene? Is there a battle you're looking forward to seeing? Do you think that Yoruichi's older brother is going to mysteriously show up? What do you want to see from the final arc of Bleach? Thank you guys for watching my review. Make sure to like it, share it with all your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to also follow us on social media and check out our brand new video podcast show. Both Christian and I talk about a lot of cool stuff. Thank you guys again for watching, and as always, stay dandy, baby.